I hate people work for me. I want people work for the mission that we agreed together. Because you don't want people work for me, because people like me, when I look further, this guy's handsome. When I get closer, he's so ugly. Everybody in the world the same. You should not get closer. Further is good. So you think, oh, Jack is great, but if you get closer, not necessarily. I will be angry, I will be unhappy, but when people trusting in you, that's the most valuable things. I think later when we got a lot of venture capitalists invested in us, the thing they noticed is that because my team trusts me and I trust my teams. So this is the trust. The other is about the culture. I think the knowledge-based period, if you want to have a smart people work for you, the smart people need to be managed by culture, not by rules and laws. So in our company, we spend most of the time about the culture. And the base of the culture is the trust. So this is what we believe.
China has changed. Think back in 1995 when you were in Seattle, 1999. How has it changed between 1999 when you started Alibaba and today in 2017?
Well, when I went back to China in 1995 with an idea of the internet was very strange. China was not connected to the internet. So I tried to talk to a lot of my friends that what is internet? Nobody said, this thing never work. This thing never exist. Because it's true, because but people even say Jack is a liar because he's trying to steal money from people telling us there is an internet. So when I go to the China company registration office, I said, I want to register a company called Hangzhou Hope Internet Company. The guy looked at me and say, this is the English dictionary. Tell me there's no word called internet. Why you want to register a company called the internet? So I cannot register a company name. But in 1995, in later August, China was connected to the internet. I was number 7 person connected to the China internet. In order to prove I was not lying, I invited my friend who is a TV man. Take the TV camera, they all stay in my home, and they just try to take the picture. I dive from Hangzhou to Shanghai, Shanghai to America to connect the internet. It took us 3 hours and a half to download the first front page. Yeah. At that time, there is no Netscape called the Mosaic. Oh, so I have to make like 100 stars to keep my journalist friends to stay and wait because to prove that I'm not telling a lie.
So how big is Alibaba today?
Today, from 1999, we have 18 founders. To now, we have close to 60,000 people. Our sales, called GMV, last year is over 550 billion US dollars. And it's just the beginning. We will probably go across 1 trillion US dollars in 3 years.
In 3 years, so that's 2020.
That's the, no, I would say in 3 years is, 2020, that's the 20-year anniversary of Alibaba. This thing does not happen in 18 days or 20 days. When we started, year 2003, when I launched the Taobao and Tmall, was funny. We got 7 founders for Tmall or Taobao. I said, everybody go home, pick up looking for 4 things that list on the website. So we see who will come to buy, how much things we can sell. So we went home. Everybody cannot find 4 things that in the home we can sell because we're too poor. So we gathered 21 products. We listed on the website. We waited for 3 days. Nobody come to buy. And then the next week, we got we start to buy and sell ourselves. For the first week, all the sales was among ourselves, and then another week later, somebody start to test and sell. For almost 30 days, everything people sell, we all buy them. So we have a whole house of rubbish we bought online. Try to making sure that, so those guys who are able to sell, say, oh wow, this thing really can sell things. Then more people start to come to sell, and then we serve better, and that comes. So from there to now, $550 billion.
Market cap is what?
Market cap, Joe, like 350 billion, something, 360, yeah, billion something, yeah.
Some people, when they think about getting on the internet and trying to reach foreign markets, whether it's China or India or somewhere else, worry about counterfeiting. They worry about fake products underselling them when they're not the real thing. How do you deal with that? How do you reassure them?
Like any entrepreneur, when you start a business, you start to worry, and people around you worry much more than you do. When I started Alibaba, my parents worry, my wife worry, my friends worry, my teachers worry, my students worry, everybody worry. And they worry about a lot of things. The only thing that I worry is that I should not disappoint the people who believe in me. And when we started the Alibaba, we have a lot of things people worry. Well, you know, when we started Alibaba, say, hey, you don't have a payment. You don't have a trust. People do not believe in online. They believe in face-to-face meeting. And the government does not support internet. Nobody supports e-commerce. How could you do it? I think as an entrepreneur, if everything is ready, that does not need you. Because nothing is ready, that needs entrepreneurship. For counterfeit things, of course, there are a lot at the beginning, but you have to fix it. So in the past 15 years, we spent a lot of time because you have to making sure the customer feels safe, happy, the brand feels happy.
The reputation is the best. Your reputation is the best thing.
Otherwise, people say, I sell on the site and my things were copied and stolen. So we using a lot of ways to do that. Today, more than 100,000 brands partner with us. And I think we are today, I assure all the SMEs here, we are the company online today, the leader on anti-counterfeit and IP protection. Because we know there are three things that would make our site die, three things that would be the cancer of our business: counterfeit, IP, and cheating. So a lot of things to worry about doing business. We also worry about people cannot receive money. If you sell things, nobody will, if you cannot receive the money, you'll be cheated. So we're using Alipay, we're using all the ways we do to try to making sure that SME can easily sell, easily receive the money, and customer service is good.
When you created Alibaba, there were three things you said about it. I want to talk about the comparison with Amazon. You said it'll be asset light. You said it'll be a platform, not a retailer, difference from Amazon. And you said it would play on the world stage. Why did you decide to go that direction? A transactional company.
Okay, I think the difference, Amazon is a great company. They did a fantastic job in America and the world, but they are e-commerce company. We are not an e-commerce company. We help others to become e-commerce. We believe every company can be Amazon. We try to empower the small business, a marketplace, they can reach their customers. We try to empower the companies with the logistics so they can deliver things quickly and cost effectively. We try to empower every small business. When they do e-commerce, they can easily receive the money. And this is all about, and we know that this company we made so much money in the past years. But we think this is all because of small business. And the money we made, we want to ensure that we want to build up an infrastructure of commerce